Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kerry Sullivan with RockstarTriathleteAcademy.com, and today I'm going to be giving you some tips on doing an Ironman, some little pointers and pieces of advice that they don't always tell you going into a race that you definitely need to know to make your race day primo and awesome so you can go out there and rock it. So the first thing you need to be aware of when you're doing an Ironman triathlon is that when you're out there on the course, there's going to be volunteers that are going to be handing you things such as fuel, such as bananas and water or different types of fuel out there. And especially when you're on the bike, it's kind of challenging to go and grab these this fuel and things you need to keep yourself going during the day. And a lot of the time, the volunteers will have a death grip on water bottles or bananas or whatever it may be. And the thing you need to do is try to grab something from the volunteers as soon as you see them, because it might take a few extra grabs down the road with other volunteers in that area where they're set up to get it. So the first person might not work out for you, so hopefully in the second or third try you can get something. So be aware of that, especially if you're out there and you're near the front. The volunteers might not be super warmed up and having their handoff skills at the top of their game. So just make sure you try to get that food and fuel as soon as you can when there's a group of volunteers handling or handing stuff out, I should say. The next thing to be aware of is when you get out there on the Ironman course on the bike, you just come out of the swim, you're getting into the bike, it's going to be clustered and clumped together for the first 5 miles with people basically drafting off of each other. Don't get discouraged by this. It's a long day, it's a long race course, there's just over 100 miles that you get to go. Things will break up and spread out, and things should be good to go after that. The last thing is when you're in transition, especially if you're wearing a heart rate monitor to pace yourself out through the long day, which can be a useful strategy, things are going to be different in the transition, especially when you're going from the swim to the run. Your heart rate's going to be really jacked up. That's perfectly normal. All that is your body actually just working to pump blood up to your head and the rest of your body, because it's used to just laying flat in the water. So it's just pumping a lot more and a lot harder to get blood to the rest of your body. It's perfectly normal. Once you get into the bike, things should settle down and you should be good to go. Hey, if you like these tips and advice, go to RockstarTriathleteAcademy.com, and I'll be sure to give you some great interviews with some of the best coaches and athletes out there. Other than that, rock on, guys, and have a great day.